Today, I'm going to be showing you guys an insane 15k Premier League starter team, and I'll also be giving you guys some tactics to get the most out of the team as well. Let's get into it. Now, of course, some of you guys will have had the pre-order and already built up your team and already sort of be surpassing this level of budget, but obviously a lot of you guys are getting the game this Friday, and you'll be sort of starting from zero and you're wanting to build a team as quickly as possible that you can still have success with. So I think 15k is sort of the minimum you can really spend and have something substantial. Now, I've crafted this team around certain tactics as well. So not only will you be getting a team that has good players in it, but you'll be playing it in a tactic where all those players suit the roles that they're assigned to and such as well. So this is a really, really optimal starter team. So we'll kick things off with our goalkeeper, not putting too much of our budget into here. We are running with Jose Sarr. The main reason is he's one of the cheapest goalkeepers that has decent stats, but is also tall. He's 6'4". I always aim for tall goalies in this game, especially at the start. I almost acknowledge the height more so than the stats. As long as the stats are somewhere around the high 70s and 80 mark, we're good to go, but the height is really important. And really nicely as well, he actually has two playstyles as well. So he has footwork, so he'll make saves with his feet, and he also has 1v1 close down as well, so he's really good in those one-on-one situations, which is absolutely fantastic. And in terms of the roles, he's got the goalkeeper plus, which is what we will be running him on in these tactics. Getting into our centre-backs, they're going to be Konsa and Bassi. I think that's how you pronounce his name. We'll swap them so they're this way around, because I believe this Bassi card might be left-footed. He is. So it's really nice as well at the start to actually have a left-footed centre-back on the left, so they're not making sort of weak passes and losing the ball in their own half. 6'1", so not the tallest, but he's got 82 base pace with 86 physical. So a really fast physical centre-back, which is really, really good at the start of the game. And he is under 2k as well. So a really, really awesome starter centre-back. In-game, I have to say, as low as those defensive stats look, not an issue at all. Once you can put the likes of a Shadow or something like that on the card, you're obviously going to be getting this card at optimal form. But those physicality stats, alone with that pace, are amazing for the start of the game. He doesn't really have any notable playstyles, but he does have the Defender plus role, which is what he will be playing in. Next up, we have Konsa. Now, Konsa's a really nice card that I think complements Bassi a lot, because he's not as high on the physicality side, but his defensive stats are really, really good. Really good base defending stats as it is. There is also a free Evo at the moment, which will boost him to 78 pace as well. So you can actually get a bit more pace out of the card if you want to put Konsa into that Evo. As far as the playstyles go, a little bit more of a premium than Bassi. He has Jockey and Anticipate, so an amazing combination there. And he also has Slide Tackle if you're panicking and you need to dive in last minute. As for the roles, just like Bassi, he also has Defender Plus, so will really suit the role that we're playing him in these tactics. Moving into our right back and left back. So at right back, we're going with Gusto, and then at left back, we are going with Robinson. Now, because we're going to be running fullback balanced on these players, all the fullback balanced players that have the plus role are really slow. So I've ignored the role on these two players and only on these two players, because having pace here is way more important than anything else. So Robinson, as you can see here, a good height for a wing-back, 6 foot, left-footed, 3-star, really good base pace. And he's got pretty decently all-rounded stats as well, apart from the shooting. But with this setup, he's not going to be getting in any positions to shoot anyway. As far as the playstyles go, he's got long ball pass. We can switch it. If he does overlap, he has got the whip pass silver playstyle, which is really nice. He has jockey, so his actual jockeying is a lot smoother and more responsive, which for those of you that haven't played this game yet is actually very nice to have, because the game does have a certain heaviness to it. And he also has rapid as well, again, making him feel faster on the ball. So lots and lots of good assets to that card for someone that, I picked this card up for literally just over 1,000 coins. So a really, really good pickup there. Slightly more premium sort of price player here in Gusto, but he's got really good base pace and a really similar stat balance to Robinson, but nonetheless an excellent card, and in my opinion, the best at this price point. Again, really good playstyles as well. He's got whip pass, he has jockey and rapid, very, very similar to Robinson, but he also has slide tackle as well, again, if you need to do those last-ditch tackles. Moving into our central defensive midfielders, the two really key components of how this setup will work. Now, that is going to be Kovacic and Enzo Fernandez. Now, we'll start off with Enzo Fernandez because he actually has a playstyle plus, which is a really, really nice addition to get into a 15k team, and it is long ball pass plus, so he is your cannon that can just send this ball through, play those perfect over-the-top through balls, which is a fantastic asset to have, especially at this start of the game. Not to mention he's got incisive pass, flair, first touch, press proven, relentless. So again, even though his stamina is 82, with that relentless, it might as well be 99. Really, really well-rounded stats. So a great sort of box-to-box holding midfield style player. And then as far as his skill moves and weak foot go, he's coming in at 3-star, 4-star, so a decent weak foot too. Kovacic is our slightly more ball-playing midfielder because he does have 4-star, 4-star capabilities, which is really, really nice to be able to sort of carry the ball forward. In terms of his stats, he's definitely higher on the dribbling than Enzo, but lacking a little bit more in the defending and physicality. So I think there's a really, really good dynamic there. And as far as the playstyles go, incisive pass again. I always aim to have either long ball pass or incisive pass on my DMs in this formation because what it allows you to do is do the over-the-top through balls really well. The incisive pass and long ball pass both enable those passes to work. So I really aim to get incisive and long ball pass on these two players, even in a starter team this cheap. He also has ping pass, which is an absolutely welcome bonus. Those driven passes are going to be a lot more precise. He also has flair, and he also has press proven, so he's really good at carrying the ball as well. Moving into our central attacking midfielders, which are effectively wingers, we have Kudus on the left, and we're going to have Kluivert on the right. Now, a lot of our budget does go into Kudus. He is coming in around 6k at the minute. However, the reason we splashed on him is because he has the half winger plus, so he plays this role really well. He also has technical, first touch and flair. Really good base pace, excellent dribbling stats, and he has a certain physicality in game that isn't as represented in the physical stats as it actually shows when you're playing with him. I think it's probably a body type thing. Also 5'10", 4-star skill moves and left-footed, so he is on his strong side as well. Honestly, this card is really worth the coin. On the right-hand side, we have a more budget option in Kluivert, but again, great base pace, but 4-star capabilities, which is absolutely fantastic. He's got a good low centre of gravity as well at 5'7". You can do the L1 sprint boost with him really nicely. As far as his stats go, the shooting and passing is good enough, but the dribbling is decent and the pace is great, which is the main thing with your wide people. You need them to have pace so that they are pulling away. The thing that makes Kluivert a better asset than his stats show is the fact that he has the rapid play style. So even though he's got good pace, he just feels that bit faster on the ball than the stats suggest. He really pulls away, which is what you want when you are sending those balls in with the likes of Kovacic and Enzo Fernandez. Now, last but not least is obviously our strikers. On the left striker position, we're going to have Højlund, and at the right striker position, we are going to have Guedes. So Højlund, he is our aerial threat effectively. I'm still really enjoying having someone that can knock the ball down in this game. So at 6'3", he's absolutely able to do that despite not having the aerial play style. He's also left-footed. It's nice to have a left footer on the left, I find, when it comes to having a two-striker formation. Good enough base pace, but like Kluivert, he has the rapid play style, and even nicer with Højlund, he also has quick steps. So not only is he quick off the mark, but he's quick when he gets going as well. So that is a really overpowered combination to have in a team this cheap. He also has the flair play style. I don't put much stock into that one, but rapid and quick step together is absolutely fantastic. As far as the stats go, obviously the dribbling isn't the best, but he's there to be more of a physical presence, and he's absolutely got that. Not only is he 6'3", but he's got 91 jumping and 87 strength as well. So he is a really good target man. And as always, getting into the roles, he has advanced forward plus, which is what we are going to be running in this tactical setup. So we're just getting more and more out of the team by him having that. One thing I didn't mention with Kluivert is he also has the half winger plus role, so he is also getting more out of this tactical setup by having that correct role, as does Guedes, also having advanced forward, as you can see there. Playstyle wise, he actually has power shot, which is really nice to have this early on, and sort of a reoccurring theme we're seeing here, he also has the rapid play style. So despite the 83 base pace that you can see here, he does just feel quicker in game. He's got that thing that just pulls away when he's running with the ball. Really good base shot power mixed in with the power shots is a really nice asset. Decent enough ball control and dribbling, but I think because he's sort of 5'10", he's got those 4-star capabilities. You can just do more with him in game than the stats suggest. Not the best stamina, maybe one that you would sub out around the 65th minute, but nonetheless a really good card for what? 500 coins. Getting into the tactics to get the most out of this team. So obviously it's running in a 4-2-2 as you can see on screen. So we're going to go into team management. I'll pop the code on screen down below just so you guys have that there for frame of reference so you can copy it in. This is very similar to the 422 that I uploaded on the channel the other day. I've just tweaked the instructions on the CDMs to actually lend to Kovacic and Fernandez's roles. So I think I was using deep lying playmaker on the tactical video I did, but I've tried holding plus with these having the role plus, and it still works really well. It's very similar, not too different. So this is really just to serve this team, but also it's a good tactic on its own as well. So it's 422, balanced build-up style, and then the defensive approach is high. We're running it on 90 though, so don't have it on the default here of 70. Make sure you manually adjust it with triangle. Put it all the way to 90. Don't go to 91 because that puts you on aggressive, and that puts an emphasis on your stamina draining quicker, so keep it at 90. And as we go into the player roles, as I mentioned earlier, advance forward on both of the strikers. Make sure the focus is on complete because that enables them to make runs out wide and centrally. Half winger balance on the two cams. This is so that they basically are operating more as wingers than drifting inside too much. Balance is so we get some more defensive support. Holding plus on both the DMs with defend. We basically want them to be our two anchors sitting back, cannoning that ball forward. For your fullbacks, they are both set on fullback and balance. So effectively, they're staying back, but balance enables them to push up slightly so that they're there as a passing option and to be triggered on a run if you want to. Our centre-backs, both defender, defend focus, basically sitting as deep as possible. We're playing a high line, so you'll notice them step up more than the tactics suggest. But because of that, we don't want them pulling out too much, so with the role and the focus we're telling them to stay right back. And then on the goalkeeper, we've got the role as goalkeeper and the focus as defend, just because that serves Jose Sarr as a card. If you go with a different goalkeeper, if you don't want to run with Jose Sarr, or say you've got a better untradeable goalkeeper in your club, I'd honestly just recommend putting the role and focus on whatever suits what that card has on the role section. I don't really think the goalkeeper role and focus really matters. It's just about getting the most out of the goalkeeper that you have. I hope I didn't fly through those too quick, but now we've got the tactical codes in this game, I don't really need to go through things too much because it's all there. It's copy and pasted. I'm just giving you an idea of why each thing is on, what it is on. But more than anything, guys, I hope that helps you out with your starter teams, gets you off to a faster start than you would have if you had not watched this video. It's a really, really good starter team that I am using on this account. And with these tactics, I'm really getting a lot out of it. And I don't really feel like I'm in a rush to actually upgrade it because it just works so well online. But as always, guys, if you did make it this far in the video, I really appreciate your time. If you did enjoy it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and turn your bell on. Take care, guys.